We have a conversation going on our Twitter and our Facebook page. We want you to contribute to that conversation. We are telling you that Channels Television is celebrating 21 years of professional broadcasting. We invite you to show some love to the sports team, their contributions to this amazing 21 years of professional broadcasting. You can talk to us. Yes, you can. That's why this show is designed for you. On Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels-sports, email sports this morning at channelstv.com. The hashtag for that conversation is Channels at 21. Channels at 21. Show some love to the sports guys. You see Cecilia Tayo, Toyin, the guys in the background, Irene, you see Yemi on the program, Zoom Nodi. We just contribute to that amazing 21 years of professional broadcasting. I want to be part of the party. And also on the program this morning, you can be part of the show, hashtag NBA. We told you action continues in the NBA and we're monitoring it. Let's do the hashtag Joshua versus Molina. Where are you putting your money? I believe Anthony Joshua will win, but at the back of my mind, I'm hoping for some upsets. And it's not likely. Cecilia is not putting her money there anyway. Tayo Salam is asking the question this morning. It's okay. Hashtag Joshua versus Molina. There's also the NPFL Super 4 today. It will be Enugu Rangers taking on Wiki Tourists. That's going to be a cracker of a game also. And the Rivers United will be hoping to bounce back when they take on Ifeanyi Uba. That's in the NPFL Super 4. We're monitoring that one also. There's also the Europa League. We're monitoring it, and the English Premier League. We'll be back tomorrow. That's it. So much to talk about, guys. Let's come back home now. The NPFL Super 4. Cecilia, you weren't here when we started talking about it. I'm sure you're following the action. Enugu Rangers, they've not changed much.
They haven't. They just have a couple of new players coming in. And even Imama was even saying that some of the players that played in the game, against Wicked Tourists, what we're going to see next in the next game is obviously going to, against Rivers United, that they won 2-0. What we're going to see is going to be something different against Wicked Tourists, because he's expecting to have a different set of 11 players, because they got new players into the team, but just want the old ones to have fun and have new players to come in and also play that game. But I think that's going to be very risky, because they're topping right now, having won their game 2-0. And you want to overhaul every team and have a fresh start 11. Well, it's just a preseason game to test all his players.
Exactly. So I mean, I don't think if he decides to bring a fresh 11, a new start in 11, I think he has his reasons, and he has to get to know this kind of play, the new players, in game situation. So for me, whoever wins this tournament is not definitely the end of it all. It's all about preparing the team for the new season. But they were very impressive.
That's right.
In that first game, Austin, that was a very good game.
Very impressive, and they're playing this team that also showed good character. Wicked Tourists, bouncing back to beat Ifeanyi Uba. But the bone of contention now is Enugu Rangers, and the way they made it look easy against Rivers United. Yes, the goals didn't come in the first half,
exactly.
but from the moment they scored, that's it. That's champion stuff right there, guys. They took control of the game, and
what we're seeing now is the Wicked Tourists versus Ifeanyi Uba game. Like I said, Austin, it was a very, very exciting game. For preseason friendly, the pace was there. There was pace, there was quality as well. So we saw some great goals, and for example, that one we just saw now. The equalizer came late, and the winner even came later on.
The winner came when it was ending.
Last kick of the game, and so that's character right there. That means there won't be pushovers definitely when they take on Rangers later today.
That's right. So we'll continue the action in the NPFL Super 4. That one just gets us ready while we wait the new season, and we hope that the level of competition will improve. We love what we're already seeing in the Super 4. Enugu Rangers played good football. Wiki Tourists played good football. Even Rivers United, Ifeanyi Uba, they made good impressions of themselves, and today we're hoping to see better play. Imama Amaka Kabo, that name I need to, I don't know. Let's stay with Imama and all the work he's doing with Enugu Rangers. Today they will be taking on Ifeanyi Uba. Imama joins us now live on the program. Good morning, Imama. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good to have you join us. Remember that first game against Rivers United, I saw a little bit of cautious football from your team. What are you trying to get before the start of the new season with this Enugu Rangers team?
We knew we needed to get 3 points on our belt. We also knew that they have acquire, and we need to see how well they've been able to blend. And we did that in the first half, and before we went into the second half, we did some bit of changes that we felt would work out for us, and it worked out for us, and we won.
Was it a difficult game for your team?
No, I didn't get that.
Was it a difficult game for your team?
First games are usually difficult. Like I said before the game, I said it was going to be players versus a team. I had a team on ground, they had players. Like their coach put it there. It was a new post to build, but the team that's been on ground never built. We didn't expect every other coach, and so that's what we have today.
Okay, we're having some problems with the connection. Hopefully, we will try to reconnect with Coach Imama. And yes, you just confirmed what you guys said. It was quite a difficult game for Enugu Rangers.
It was really difficult because
first half was goalless.
Yeah.
So
it tells you something.
Yeah.
And somehow Chisom know how to produce some magic, from nowhere. Magical moments, and he got those 2 goals, and they were good to go. I think that's why he's having that confidence and look, okay, I need to try other players and see what's going to happen. Let's just have fun and see where it goes from here. As you said, the Super 4 is not about who wins, it's about how you're going to try your new players that are coming in, because most of the clubs had to start shopping. Some of them have even changed coaches. Just a few plus the top 4 that retained. Even if I remember had to change, the coach, technical crew bench and all that. So for Enugu Rangers to have retained their coach, but they actually need more players because they know they will be playing in the Champions League next season. And good representation is going to be important for them.
That's what I wanted us to ask him. How difficult it would be to keep up, to hold on to Chisom
Ebuchilam, right?
The clubs are not.
Right now it's still there.
So actually hold on.
Yeah, it is possible.
It's easy. More money.
Yeah, exactly. They've got to meet his demands. Yeah. That's the bottom line at the end of the day.
It is, Tayo. Let's say you're Chisom Ebuchilam and we're ready to give you $500,000 every month to play for Enugu Rangers, and maybe West Ham comes calling.
Maybe, right?
No, if it's West Ham, it's okay, but not
Zamalek.
I think Enugu Rangers can match the money.
That's the bottom line. Whatever offers he's got from wherever else, if Enugu Rangers can match it.
That's right. He will stay.
I think he will stay.
Love. I remember when Kaká used to beat his chest like this Milan all the way until the good money comes. Let's go back to Enugu. Coach Imama is back with us. Coach, good to have you join us again on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, Coach, we're just having a small chat here and it's getting interesting. We just want to know how difficult it will be for Enugu Rangers to hold on to Chisom Ebuchilam, because we know the big clubs are now knocking. They want your player. As his profile continues to rise, can Enugu Rangers keep the player?
It's always tough, for a team to keep a player that has a rising profile. Let's not forget that Chisom Ebuchilam has just been voted the best player in the Nigerian League. Let us also forget that the player is not that player that we saw at the beginning of the season. He's a league winner now. So yes, a lot of suitors is going to come his way. But it depends on the player if he wants to stay. At this point in time, Rangers have his contract. And it's left for the Rangers management also if they want to sell and make profit out of him, or they want to let him stay in the team, and at the end of the season when he finally achieves his contract. But you see, these are things that the players, agents, and the players itself have to understand about contractual agreements also. But I think in the long run, I think whatever happens, Chisom has to be happy, which is paramount.
You guys are playing in the Champions League next season, and of course, with the kind of players you have, I read somewhere that you've brought in some new players. Do you have enough players to actually help Enugu Rangers go far in the Champions League?
I think I probably said it at the beginning of, or at the end of the season, that Rangers is the only team in the country that kept a team from the beginning of the season to the end. And I think, yes, we had names that the press, had. But I think winning the league is not as a result of, having players that play, but at least the depth of your team. And I think which Rangers had in the last season. And if you come to Rangers, the players will comfortably tell you that the team can do without any player, with due respect to the players, and which we've been able to do, yes. you know, we want them to stay, we want the players to stay, but whichever player, you know, doesn't want to stay, we don't force it down his throat for him to stay. You know, we can always make arrangements for us to get players that will play for us.
Now let's look at the game against Wiki today. You're saying that you're going to make a whole lot of changes. New players are coming in. How many players are we expecting to see in the game against Wiki this evening?
I wanted to have a new starting level there. That's what I had on my plate. But then, you know, some circumstances might not make me have that. But then, you know, by noon today, I'll be able to know if I will be able to have a new set of 11 players. This is to me, yes, we won our first game, but I think it's an avenue for me to be able to try out a whole lot of players, new tactics, you know, how they're able to adapt to it, you know, and to me, it's an experimental thing, you know. Yes, it would be nice for all Rangers to win the trophy, but then if I'm able to get what I want from my players and we don't win the trophy, I think I'll still be very, very proud of what we've been able to achieve. I am not rebuilding a team like most coaches are. What I'm doing is I'm having additions to my team, so the Rangers team first time.
Thank you so much, Coach Imama, for speaking to us. Try new tactics, try new players, but just know the fans at the cathedral, we won that trophy. Thank you so much for speaking to us. And guys, that's what it is.
It is.
He said it's experimental.
Yeah, but then it's not going to make wholesale changes. I mean, I remember that's why I said, I think a few days ago, that Rangers are going to the season as the favorites again. Yes. Apart from being defending champions, they've been able to retain
most of the players.
Most of them, yeah.
And also the coach stays with them.
Exactly. The lineup we saw in the first game against Rivers United has the pretty much standard Rangers side. He had a goalkeeper, Nana Bosun, goalie out of Sasokoro, Egbuchilan, Bobby Clement. The guys are still there. So that continuity, yes, that continuity definitely will make them favorites going into the season, but it doesn't mean it's going to be a gimme. Defending a league title is very difficult.
That's so, because Cecilia now they are the team to beat.
Yeah. Exactly.
Any team playing in Ugu
They're coming with their A game.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the way it is. We also saw some new faces in that game. Charles Herlong and Chizoba Amufele. These are some of the new players, you know, that took part in that game. So we're going to be seeing more.
That's right.
Yeah, let's not forget about the second game, because we've been talking about Rangers versus Wiki. There's going to be a second match today as well. So that's going to be between Ifeanyi Uba and Rivers United. Both teams lost their first game, so they will want to bounce back in this particular game. Ifeanyi Uba, we know the story. Federation Cup champions. They're looking to climb the ladder really fast. The management of the team, they're investing, they're bringing new coaches and, you know, and stuff. So we'll see how that one pans out too as well.
That's right. So let's go on a break now. When we come back, we'll try to establish some connection with Stanley Iguma. He's the coach of Rivers United. Sports this on Channel Steve. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.